Hello, how exciting. Hello, everyone. My name is Lisa Edelman, and this is the first time I've been on this channel, and I'm very excited. I'm offering some tarot today, and I've got a couple of decks here. One is cute, one is less cute, but still a bit cute, and one is Oracle, which is an animal oracle. So really and truly, I can take your questions as long as they're not about health, legal, or fertility. Anything other than that. And if you don't have a question, that's not a problem, because you can ask me, what do I need to know? And I can get in tune with my guides, get in tune with your guides, and I can bring you the answer. So it's quite a party, really, because I've got loads and loads of guides, and you'll have loads and loads of guides, even if you don't know it. And we can all work together to bring you guidance for your questions, or not, for what you need to know. So I'm looking forward to working with lots and lots of you lovely people this evening, and it's 8 o'clock UK, which would be 3 o'clock Eastern, midday Pacific, I think. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to taking some questions or just saying hi to lots of you. And it's so lovely to be here. It's really nice opportunity to meet some new people, to work with new people. And hi, Rachel. Rachel with an extra letter. How are you? Rachel Hutchinson. And I'd love to know whereabouts in the world you are. Hi, Stephen. Stephen Goodwin. Nice doggy. Nice to meet you. I'm not doing mediumship this evening, but you never know. It could happen, but it might not. Hi, Damini. How you doing? Nice flowers. It's very nice to be here and lovely to meet you. Hi, Eva Innocentia. How are you doing? That's a great name. It's so nice. I like your dress. It's really nice to meet you all. I want to say hello to everyone. I might not say hello to everyone. Hi, Susan. Double wave for you. Hi, Terry Louise. Nice to meet you. Nice picture. Kiss. Kiss. Hi, Ellen. How you doing? It's so nice. I'm enjoying myself already. I'm having a lovely time. Australia, Sam. I've just been watching Married at First Sight Australia. Don't tell me what happens. Can't cope with it, though. I'm not dealing very well with it. Hi, Julia. How's it going? Nice to meet you. Hello, Spirit of Love. Lovely to meet you. So we got some YouTube people. We got some Facebook people. It's so lovely. I like your heart in the clouds. Hi, Cheryl. Moons. Lots of moons. Nice to meet you. Hello. Not Angeline. Angelini, how you doing, matey? Nice to meet you. Wimbledon, that's where the Wombles come from. Do you know Orinoco Womble? Hi, Janine, how's it going, matey? Nice photos. I love this. This is fun. I could just do this all day. Hi, Scarlett. How you doing? Good morning. So you must be in Australia. Yeah. Hi, Lisa. I'd love to do. So let me work with you, Lisa. I'm assuming you would like a reading. You're not just here to say hi, because I don't want to force a reading on you. Lisa Biggs, I'll work with you right now. I can pull you tarot from my Curious Creature deck. Would you like a reading, Lisa? I'm going to just thrust one upon you, matey. So, Lisa, what you need to know right now. Let me have a little looky for you. I'm running out of space. I've got a huge corner desk and I still run out of space. Lisa Biggs. This is for you, matey. Okay, so. Right then, Mrs. So for you, what I want to say to you, this is interesting. Now, I'm going to show you. This is the Empress and the Four of Wands. Now, this speaks to looking after oneself and celebrating the wins that you have in your life. But I also feel like, do you know what I want to say to you, Lisa? I want to put my attention from the neck up. I want to focus on what I know is good for me, not necessarily how I feel at the moment. It's very interesting, the distinction that we make between how we feel and how we think and how they influence each other. But for you, I want you to think about what's good for you, think about what makes you happy, and try and steer your way through to what makes you happy, rather than the things that you kind of, the little niggles that we go through every day. Because with the Empress, it's all about the nurturing. Now, that might be about other people as well. It might not just be looking after yourself. Of course, you're very welcome. And this card does speak to celebrations coming up. So sometimes I talk to people, they should celebrate the little wins that they have, but also it speaks to actual celebrations whereby there's somebody coming new into the family, there's a wedding, a bar mitzvah, you know, whatever it could be. That's what you could look out for and enjoy, and just kind of celebrate to the point where you just kind of throw yourself into it all. But the interesting thing is about what you learn by doing that, by kind of floating through a little bit more. So I'm going to leave that with you, girlfriend. Let me see who else I'm drawn to. I'd like to see some more names so that I can be drawn to another. Mandy Johnson. Hello, matey. I feel like I'm going to stick with the same deck for you, girlfriend, but I might swap decks over in a little while. Also, you can have Oracle, and you can just say, Lisa, give me an Oracle, please. And I will. I'm good like that. Mandy, Mrs. Mandy Johnson. There we go, girlfriend. Okay, this is one of my favourite cards. And I don't say that about all of them. Right then. Oh, Mrs. Okay. So, hello. I've never met you before. And I've got nothing up my sleeve. But what I know is that you're very much more tuned in than maybe you already realised, or maybe you're starting to become aware of how tuned in you are, because this little crow is the High Priestess in this deck. And what I'm seeing here, this is quite phenomenal, actually, because I've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, and both of those are huge opportunities. So if you find that you're suddenly drawn to kind of spiritual work or meditation or healing or anything of that nature, it would be a very good idea. It would be a good look for you, I have to say, because we've got to start somewhere. Now, I don't know where you are on your journey. I know that you're here, and that speaks to you having an interest, but I feel as though you have some ability, even if it's latent, and you might like to tune into it further, because the Ace of Wands is about spark. It's about I'd love to do something in that way, and you don't know what it is, but that's what it is. It's about your spirituality. It's about your development of self, which is development of spirit. You can't do development of spirituality without developing yourself as a human being, and that sometimes means looking back over the life that you've had to this point and kind of drawing your inspiration even from the difficult bits. And this would mean that it would be it could even be a bit lucrative for you going forward. It could be something that creates a new path for you have tarot as well. Goody gumdrops, you're a goody, so that's good. It's going to be something that's going to engage you more. Thank you so much for your feedback, Mrs. Right then, let me see who I'm drawn to next. It's so nice to see you all. Thank you all for coming on. Hello, Kirsty smiley face. I'm going to put Married at First Sight. Stop it. Yes, please, Kirsty. How you doing, girlfriend? I'm going to pull you an oracle. And also I'm going to have a little sip of water. Excuse me. I put too much perfume on earlier. Hope you can't smell it. I wafted it at you. Right, Kirsty, girlfriend. Kirsty. Thank you for coming. Oracle. These are aminal. It's easy for me to say. Oracle cards. Kirsty. Oh, okay. That's an interesting one for you. This is the wolf spirit, okay? There he is. And it says on there, turn knowledge into wisdom. So this is about, do you know what? We acquire a lot as we go through life. We can't not acquire it, but what do we do with it? So the things that you know already is almost like, what do they call it? A skill. a skill that you can use in other ways. So the transferable skill, thank you, my guides are with me, a transferable skill. So the things that you've learned, even without realizing it, Kirsty, it's important for you to know that you're acquiring knowledge that you can utilize for other parts of your life. So if you would like to be someone who helps other people in whatever form that takes, and I do feel that with you, Kirsty, I feel as though you're a person that you're a listening ear for people. They are drawn to you. I'm feeling that energy almost in a caring way, like in the caring profession. That might be something that you might look into at some point, where you're kind of, people just are drawn to that. And because of that, things that you've learned, you can pass it on. And that's, I guess that's a lot of why we learn things, so that we, and as we pass on, as we teach, we learn. Because you know how they say that you only need to be like 1 page ahead of the student. It's often the case. So you learn it the night before, and the next day you go, right, I've got something to pass on. I'm going to teach you this thing. They don't know that you learned it yesterday, and then they can pass it on. And it's like this amazing ripple in the pool that you've created. And that's where I'm at for you. I feel as though this far reaching little details that you didn't realize that you can pass on to other people, that actually are nuggets of gold for you, Kirsty. So I hope that's helpful in some way. It might not be, but I hope it is. Thank you very much, Kirsty. I will see who else I've got ready to read for. Hello, Gemma HB. HB. What does it stand for? Let me see. Hello. Hello, Nikki and Lynn. I will go to Gemma, if I may, please. Thank you. Okay. Gemma. I'm with you, Gemma HB. I'm going to pull you tarot. Here we go. These are very cute. I'll show you. You will smile at them. Gemma. Right, what do you need to know, Gemma? Gemma. There we are. The 5 of Swords. I'll show you them when I've pulled them. I like to pull 3 for people, and then you get quite a nice little spread. Right, so the 4 of Cups. I feel okay. I'm going to speak as if I am you, Gemma. I'm in a period of change now. I'm in a period of flux, of transformation, where I'm moving towards something better, something that it's almost like it's about time. Does that make sense? I feel as though there's been some disputes. There's been sort of petty arguments with people whereby, oh, you know what, just leave me alone, it feels like. I feel like I don't want to enter into this discussion. I want to sort of step away from it. I feel like a little bit like I've been wading through treacle, and it's about time that I let go of that. And it's almost, you can't always choose to let go of it because you've been thrust into a situation. If you don't know what I mean now, I feel as though it's going to become more obvious. And I do want you to make sure that the opportunities that are handed to you, these pussycats, that you actually are sure that's what you want. So please don't be rushed into change, but please know that change is available to you, to the point where things start to look a lot different and a lot better, and the light shines much more for you. Because when you see this card, it's death and transformation, and the transformation is about letting go of something that's not working in order to let something much better come to you. Because we can't hold on to the old and still encompass the new. And I feel like you're going to understand that. Sometimes we have to straddle them both in order to realize we have to let go of something to let something be better for us. But it's not always easy to do, because we're comfortable. Even if something's not great, we feel comfortable with it. So I'm going to leave that with you, girlfriend. I hope that's helpful, Gemma HB. Let's say hello to some more people. I'm very much enjoying myself, and they've got a gold edge. Very nice. So hi, Terry. Sammy B, Damini, how you doing? Janine, I'll work with you, girlfriend. Janine, I'll pull the same deck for you, matey. Oh, if I can manage not to drop them on the floor, which does sometimes happen. Janine. Hair in my mouth. That's it. Right, Janine. Ooh, There you go. I get excited when I pull them because I don't know what I'm going to see. Oh, I say, you've got some very interesting cards, Janine. Do you know what? I've got the Lovers for you. I'm going to show you. I'm just wiping my glasses. I've got the Lovers and the Hierophant. Now, traditionally, in some trends that would speak of the sort of marriage, of going to a wedding, of picking someone that we want to be with, but in other ways, and this might relate to you even more, it speaks to the choices that you make for the way that you project yourself in the world. Is the way that you're living coherent with the way that you feel inside? That cohesion is an interesting one because it speaks to the conformity. Do we go along with other people's ideas and what they would like for us or from us, or do we carve our own path? Now, I feel for you, it's important that you carve your own path, even though there are some streams that are going on for you. There's some areas in your life where you need to conform because it makes sense for you. That speaks to like the way that we work and the way that we earn money, look after ourselves, that kind of thing. But for you, I just feel like I cannot just conform to other people's ideals and be happy. It doesn't work that way. And when I see the Lovers and the Hierophant, there is passion there is love there, but there's also a feeling not of rebelliousness, because that might happen before we get to sort of about 14 years old, but there's still that streak of individuality with you that's very important that you maintain it and be proud of it, actually, because, you know, instead of thinking, oh, sometimes I'm feeling different or isolated, is actually a good thing. I hope that you understand what I'm saying and what makes sense from that. And those are lovely cards for you. And that pussycat's got his followers, so it speaks to the way that you can be an example for other people as well when you are entirely yourself. All right, so I'll leave that with you, Janini Brown. Let me see who's here. Please. Yeah, I'd love to hear your responses as to how you feel about what I've said. It would be so lovely because it's like when you're in church, I like to hear the voice of the person in the congregation. When you go to them, you sort of create that, thank you, that you create that sort of divine trinity. Thank you so much. I'm glad it makes sense. My pleasure. Mon plaisir. That's French. Right then, so some names would be lovely. Thank you. Let's see where we're at. I'm going to change decks. Hi, Mina. Hi, Lynn. Helen, I feel like you've been here a while. I'm going to work with you, Helen Smithy. Helen Smith. I'm going to work with you right now, girlfriend. I'm sure I can get to lots and lots more of you, and I would love to do that. So right now I'm with our Helen. Helen with a cup of something in her hand. Where in the world are you, Helen? Helen Smith, card, please. There you go, matey. Let them fall, and that'll be yours. Okay. That's an interesting one. I bet you don't get to see many armadillos. What do you do in America? I don't know where you are. You don't in Brighton. Right, so armadillo spirit is all about you setting healthy boundaries, okay? So this, I mean, people, we talk about boundaries quite a lot. We say, oh, you've got to set boundaries, but that is only about you. Some people consider a boundary as something imposed upon someone else, and you know that that's not what it is. It's very much about what makes sense to you. And you know that an armadillo, when they're faced with danger, they kind of go into a ball, which is their boundary. So for you, I want you to think about what your boundaries are. Not danger, of course, there's no danger, but what I want you to know is, how do you say no? How do you say, no, I don't want to do that, that's not for me? Because sometimes people will say yes to something and dread it, rather than say no, which takes a split second to do. And that's something they never consider. Oh, but I'm going to hurt someone's feelings. Probably not. They would actually respect more that you're setting your boundaries, and they are very clear with you, so that when you say yes, they know that you actually mean it more. Not mean it more, but you actually really mean it, and it's really important for you, and it is very cute. So I would like for you to set healthy boundaries and practice them as well, you know, because sometimes we don't know where our boundaries are. Yeah, put your foot down more. You don't have to do it with a sort of big clog on. You can just do it daintily and just smile and say, thank you so much for that offer. I'm going to say no, but thank you. It's like, how easy is that? It's like, do you want to come to my party? Not really, but thank you. That kind of thing. So I'm glad that makes sense. Bless your heart. Thank you, Helene. Helene. Let me see, please, who is around, who's asking for readings. Hi, Terry, you've been here right from the beginning. Terry Louise, absolutely, I will. Thank you for being here. Some water. Right then, Mrs. Terry, I'm going back to my lovely Curious Creature Tarot. Oh, and I've got to put my armadillo back. He won't like that. Right then. Bless you. I know you were here right from the beginning, so I appreciate everyone being here. Thank you so much. Terry with an I. Terry. That's yours. 8 of Swords, the Lovers again, and the 6 of Pentacles. All right, matey. So do you know what? The 8 of Swords, this little horsey feels like they get tied up in knots a little bit. So this speaks to the way that you think, matey. It has to do with other people. Do you know that expression, I can't do right for doing wrong? It's sometimes you kind of get feeling sort of stuck because you want to give, you want to share, you want to embrace other people and their ideas and not be judgmental, but actually it sometimes takes you down a road it's like I didn't really want to go down that road, if that makes sense, because at the center of this I have the Lovers, and I know that the Lovers speaks to passion, it speaks to love, it speaks to someone being close to someone that you love very much, but it does speak to the choices that you make that work for you. And I feel like you've come to a position now where you can kind of move forward and unknot the thought process, because sometimes the thought process is where it's happening, when nothing is restricting us other than the way that we're thinking. And it's quite a lot. We can go so much into our own thought process that we're kind of like, oh my goodness, how did I get here? And no one can see any different. We look the same, and you imagine that it's like you're living a whole life in your thoughts. And this is where you need to untangle them and make sure that what you're doing is for the right reasons for yourself, and that you're not being massively put upon or overly generous, which is an interesting concept because we're always taught to put others first. But let's put ourselves a little bit more first and then sort things out. And I feel like it will go much smoother for you once you do that. Bless your heart. Thank you for your feedback. I understand totally. I appreciate that you do. Thank you. Bless you. My pleasure. Yeah, overthinking. It's terrible. It's not fun. Unless even when you're excited about something, you can think too much and it's like, oh, get too excited. Right then, Mrs. Let me see who else is there, please. Thank you so much. Hi, Simon. I change everyone's name, so you're Si. Mina, yes you can. Mina Petkoff. I'm with you, girlfriend. That's American. Right, I've got this. I've been shuffling this one wildly, so I'm going to give you that one. Right then, Mina. I'm waiting for the cards to fall. Sometimes I cut real clean. It's my elbow. Right then, so this is yours, Mrs. I got the Knight of Pentacles, the Empress, and the 4 of Wands. Now that's interesting because that's exactly the order I had it before. Do you know what? I'm going to change deck for you because I don't feel like that was right. But don't you worry, because I'm going to pull you from this deck now. Sometimes it happens that it almost gets a little bit staid. STAID. Right then, means. I don't want you to get like someone else's card, if you know what I mean. Mina. Well, that's funny because that card did come out. So, all right, Mrs. So I'm like, I feel quite excited for you. In some ways, I'm moving towards a happier space. Let me show you, because they are completely adorable. Got the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, and they both got a mess. They've both got a mission, and the mission is yours. I feel like I want to finish what I started, because I've got the World here. Let me show you. I feel like I want to finish what I've started. I feel like this is about loving yourself more. This is about loving other people more. It's almost like I give this little pussycat. Oh, thank you. This little pussycat. I know it looks a bit not like a cat, but it is a cat. He is like, I give you my love. It's like this lovely naivety. There's like, I feel like I want to approach people and the world as though it's the first time I've ever met them. And it's like with love in my heart, with goodness, with grace. And this will take you to a point where you're like, you're finishing what you started. And you said I feel like you understood that you, about finishing what you started, but it's more than that. I feel like you set something in motion and you've gone towards it. Now you'll know what it is. I don't, because I haven't ever met you before, and it's quite a lot to pluck out of the air. But also there's the way that you look after yourself and go slowly. You don't rush into things. So anything that you have started will have been a very good idea for you. I do feel that there are younger people around you that are learning from you, that can take good. I'm so ready for new beginnings. Yeah. And I feel like the more you give out, the more it comes back. It's that karmic appeal where you you give the love, you get the love back, and people are drawn to you. I feel like you've got this pinkness about you. I feel like pink is such a lovely color for you. Like this sort of pink, but other dark, paler as well. It's like there's a lot of love for you in your heart from other people, in their hearts from other people, and the way that there's a softness with you. I just feel like I like you. I want to hang out with you. There's a softness, there's a care, there's a sort of, you want to get it right. And I feel like you will. You want to get it right for yourself and for others. There's something about being misunderstood, and we don't want to be misunderstood. And I know how that feels. So you are careful in how you speak to other people, and you're not judgmental. I really like that. I'm trying to manifest someone special. It's working. It's working, because the Knight with the cup, he's all about that, bringing the love to you and going towards it. You you know what, I'm going to do that. And how can you fail? Because you've decided it. So I'm going to leave that with you, girlfriend. All my cards are now mixed in with each other. So that's not necessarily a good thing. Bear with me while I unmess them, because I've mixed in 2 decks together. Thank you, Meanie Petkoff. Right then, I've done it. Bless you. Let me please see some other people that I would love to work with. Hi, Johnny. Out there in YouTube land. Hi, Scarlett. Damini. I would love to work with you, matey. I know you've been here quite a while. I love when people have a photograph in their box, in their profile, because then it's like, even if it's not them, there's something for me to hang my hat on. To have a blank one is not as easy, if that makes sense. Damini Oracle, bless you. Absolutely. Damini. There you go. This one's for you, girlfriend. This is about, I'm going to show you. This is hot groundhog spirit. So we all know about groundhogs and Punxsutawney Phil. We don't have those in England. We have hedgehogs, but these are very cute. And it says, time to let go. So if you've been kind of caught in a loop, Damini, and I know that does happen. We get caught in loops where we have recurring things, and you think, well, why does that keep happening? Because you haven't done anything different. It's almost like putting things into a computer and thinking to myself, I keep doing the same thing and nothing different's happening. That's why. And I'm not saying that you're caught in a loop, but I do feel as though when you have a recurring dream, as soon as you kind of bring that dream into your consciousness in the waking day and think about it, you will get the answers and it won't keep happening. And that's how it works very much with letting go of things that we have no control over, which it kind of just drives us a little bit wild when we keep trying to influence the things that we cannot control. It makes us feel more powerless, and that's getting away from the card. But that's what I'm feeling for you. We don't like the feeling of powerlessness, so we try to hold on tighter, and I feel like that's for a lot of us here today in this community. We need to just let go and let God, and I'm sure you've heard that before, and that's a little bit how it feels for you, matey Damini. I just want you to kind of know where your parameters are, how you influence something, and also to know where you can't, and to go, that's not mine either, to give back to the people that have the influence in their lives. Let them deal with it as well, if that makes sense. Damini, I can't stop saying it now. So I'll leave it with you. It's not easy, but I'm on it. Bless you. And yeah, bless you. Absolutely. You're a goodie. You're on it. You know exactly what to do, and you're doing it. So I'm really pleased to hear it. Thank you for your feedback. Right. Who is here? I want to say some hellos, please. Hello, Claire. It's lovely to see you all. Hi, Debbie. Kat Wiseman. How you doing? I'll work with you, Kat Wiseman. Hi, Kaylee. Kat Wiseman. I will work with you. I feel like I'd like to give you an, I want to say oracle, but that's not right. It's an oracle. Right then, Kat Wiseman. There we go. I think there's 50 something of these cards. It's quite a lot in the deck. It's really nice. Kat Wiseman. Sometimes you get decks with like 30 and I think, well, that's not enough. Kat Wiseman. I like to look at your name while I'm pulling. That's why I keep saying it over and over and over. Okay, this is a really cool one because this is one of my favourite creatures. And it is all about me. Right then, this is the chameleon spirit. Do you like my nails? Chameleon spirit. And do you know what that says? It says act as if. Now, I know you're going to understand when I say to you that sometimes we don't know what we're doing. Sometimes we might be a bit fearful of going into a situation, but we do it and we kind of pretend that we're okay with it. And you know what? Eventually we're okay with it. They call that fake it till you make it. Now, it does, if we don't like the sound of faking it, it just means kind of wearing the cloak of knowing how to do something, wearing the cloak of not being fearful. Because if I said it's pretty, let me show you again. It's really pretty. I love their little hands. They've got these amazing hands, but it speaks to the fact that practice makes perfect, as you know. And if there's a situation you think I could never do that, but I'd love to, what one are you going to choose? Are you going to do that I could never do that because I'm scared, or are you going to go for the I would love to, and I'm just going to kind of pretend that I'm not scared? This is my question. I want to put this out for everyone, including you, Catty. What would I do if I wasn't scared? If I didn't have the fear, what would my life be like? How would it alter? And that's a little bit like what this is. You know, if I wasn't scared, what would I say? What would I do? Would I go for that job? Would I go for that singing in public? Would I go on America's Got Talent? You know, that kind of thing. So this is really for you to kind of, I'm not saying that you are fearful, but it's very much about you choosing to do the things you want to do as though you know exactly what you're doing. And that addresses a little bit what I said earlier about learning it the night before you pass it on. So for you, it's about assuming the role of and knowing that you can and that you will feel better about it once you've done it. Act as if it were yours, which is a little bit how manifestation works anyway. This makes total sense. Oh, bless you. Yes. Not all the time, but do peek out of your comfort zone as much as you can, but also you're allowed to sit in your pajamas and drink tea. It's all right. So bless you. Thanks, Kitty Cat. Right, thank you. You're very welcome. I'd like to say hello to some more people. That would be fabulous. Hello, Sam B. I have no idea what that is, but it's nice to see you. Oh, right. Yeah. Spirit of love, Seren. Hi, Lisa Wilkinson. I've got you. Hi, how you doing? Hi, Liza. Very nice to see you all. Hi, Sandra. Mewison. Maldine. I do feel drawn to work with you, girlfriend. Loving the hair. I'm going to work with Maldine. Oh, is that a moth? I live in horror fear of moths. Not because I'm scared of moths, but because they eat your clothing. They're naughty. Some of them do. Well, the babies do. Right, Mel. I feel like tarot for you, matey. I've got my bracelet stuck in my ring binder. The things that happen, honestly, when you least expect it. Right. Do you ever get your arm stuck on a door handle? I'm sure some of you will relate to that. You get your sleeve caught on the door handle and then it goes and makes a hole. Meldine. Melly. Meldine, I'm with you, girlfriend. Mel. That's yours. Okay, missus. We've got some good energy for you, mate. All right, then. Suddenly I feel tired. I feel as though I have to put a lot out into the world. I feel as though it's almost like I have to perform. I've got the Queen and King of Wands, so it's almost like a power couple of the tarot. But for you, I feel up front and center, I'm feeling a little bit tired. I'm feeling a little bit like I just need a bit of a rest. I feel it's not beleaguered. It's just overwhelmed. I feel some overwhelm for you, and it's coming because of the energy that you need some time alone. I'm not saying that you need a lot or the whole time, but you do need to recharge a little bit more often than you would imagine, because sometimes we don't realize that we've gotten overwhelmed till the point where we feel really overwhelmed, and then we just have to kind of cancel things, step aside, sit down, just sort of decompress is the word I want for you, because I've got these two power, so that it does almost speak to you being like very high powered, very high energy, but then sometimes it's just like, it's enough now. I want to sort of sit away from that. I can't do it all the time, and no one would expect you to, bless you, because this card, and it is it's almost like I just feel like it's coming at me from all angles, and that's very much spoken to with this card. But it is a 9, so it is something that will be not going on and on and on, and the overwhelm is very difficult, so it might take you a couple of days. Don't expect to just sit for an hour and go, oh, all right now, because it's more than that. Overwhelm kind of builds up, so just know that if you let it build up, you'll probably want to take a couple of days off. But if you can, yeah. You're a person that needs to recharge on their own in the quiet with a book, with some soup or porridge or something easy to eat. Do you know what I mean? That's where I'm at for you. So please do take that time, because there's a little bit of introspection for you that's needed. You're not as extroverted as you would have it, as you would put out into the world. You're probably a little bit more introverted than you actually thought. So really take that time for yourself, and you will find, it's good. Maybe set a cut-off point in the evening where you kind of just unplug. All right, Mel? Thank you so much. Bless you. Yeah, it is like that. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, everyone.
Help Spiritual Psychics TV grow our TikTok channel. Connect with us at SPTV UK. We're on a journey to reach our next milestone, and we need your help. Follow us today and support us going live. Imagine getting personalised readings, discovering your card of the day, and so much more. Don't miss out on the opportunity to explore new adventures with us. Follow, engage, and transform. Join our growing community at Spiritual Psychics TV with @SPTV UK on TikTok.
Introducing the SPTV app, your digital spiritual guide for an enlightening journey like no other. Immerse yourself in a world of audio and visual content crafted to inspire, educate, and entertain. Seek guidance with our card of the day, choosing up to 6 cards for personal insights. Enhance your daily life with our wellness section, featuring nutritious recipes, affirmations, and balanced living tips. Explore our spiritualism section for a deep understanding of the religion, its principles, and spiritual answers. Unravel the secrets of the clairs and broaden your spiritual horizon. Easily find local readers, therapists, centers, or churches with our comprehensive directory. Stay connected with live broadcasts, check our schedule, and get to know our insightful presenters. Delve into the meanings of angel numbers, crystals, and a comprehensive list of divination meanings. All of this and more, available for free on the SPTV app. Download now at sptv.uk/app and start your journey with your digital spiritual guide.
Being inspired to draw spirit, Emily Baker hosts her own mediumship and psychic art show from 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Join Ashley, Natalie and Wendy tomorrow from 8 p.m. for their show Living Spiritually, where viewers can explore fascinating subjects with live readings.
Hello again. It's lovely to be back. I missed you. Did you miss me? I'm looking forward to doing some more readings. We've got some good stack of time left. Hi, Jerica. Hi, Casey. Hi, Jacqueline. I always want to say Jacqueline, but I know it's Jacqueline. Hi, Melvin. Me, Debbie. No, you. No, you. Thank you. Rachel, I feel like you've been here ages. I'll work with you, Rachel. Rachel and your doggy. Rachel Oracle. That's funny because I got them in my hand right now. Rachel. I will pull you an oracle. All the animals. I'm thinking you like animals too. We like some animals more than we like some people, don't we? Rachel with an E. No, Rachel with an A, actually. It's the extra A. Rachel, Oracle. This one is yours. Oh, this is Otter. Look how sweet. How cute. I'm going the wrong way. How cute. It's in a little love heart as well. Because otters like to hold paws, don't they? And this is about you are never alone. Now, that's interesting because you have a picture of a doggy. But it also speaks to the spirit world. And I'm assuming that you have a certain belief system in the spirit world that you are like guided, that you're never alone. There's always, if we have belief, we are never alone because we've got people with us that look out for us, that feel for us, that watch over us, and that's in the angelic kingdom. But it's also the people that love you from spirit, that while there is love on earth, they are still with us. They will always be around you as much as you would like them to be, and that includes your any past animals that you've loved, any past anybody, you know, all spirit, animal spirit, human spirit, it doesn't make any difference. Oh, is he? Say hi to the doggy on your lap. He's sweet. He, I feel like it's a he, but it's very much about knowing that you're never alone. And if you ever want to tune into that, you can sort of unhinge your mind, not unhinge, but unfocus your mind to the point where you're doing something like washing up, where you don't even think about it, and you can just kind of say hi to my loved ones in spirit. And if you want to ask a question, you can do that, and you can wait for the answers to pop into your mind. They come when we're least grasping it, if that makes sense. Yeah, good. Sometimes when we try to grasp onto a notion, we can't get it. But when we're doing something like painting our nails or hoovering, when you're not thinking, that's when you're more able, or on that moment when you're just about to drop off to sleep, that kind of thing, when the veil is smaller. So you're never alone, which is a really nice feeling, in a good way. Obviously, you're never, if you want to be alone, you can. You don't have to have spirit with you. You can say, please go away, I want some time completely alone. But as you want them, they will be with you and you can talk to them. So it's really quite a comforting thought that we sometimes forget. So I'll leave it with you, matey. Thank you so much. Right then, let's say some hellos, please. Oh, hi, Serendipity. Hi, Kristen McLean. Hi, Richard. Good, you're still here. That's good. It's nice to see you. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Debbie. Hello, Linda's poodle. Hi, Hayley. So nice to meet you all. Thank you. Spirit of love. Remind me of your name. Yes, I will work with you because I know you've been here. Sorry? Spirit of love right now. Thank you so much. I would love to pull you a tarot card. I know you've been here right from the beginning and it's such a treat to be here to work with you all. So Spirit of love. Right then, Spirit of love. That's yours, matey. Okay, so I've got the Hierophant, which we've had before, but it's not that's coming out the same way. Interesting. Okay, so this is interesting. So let me show you. This is about the choices that you're going to, I'm going the wrong way. This is about the choice, Amanda. This is about the choices that you make for yourself. I don't want you to be pushed into a corner. Am I talking Spirit of Light? Is that your name, Amanda? Yeah. Brilliant. Thanks, Amanda. Thank you. So what I don't want is for you to be thinking that your choices are limited and that you're pushed into a corner because of how you feel you should behave. And that's what this feels like, because I feel like your own, there's quite a lot, you know, it feels like your own dreams, your own hopes, your own vision of the future for yourself is almost been pushed aside because of what someone's not trying to make you do, but a way that you've been led to believe that you need to think, if that makes sense. So that would speak sometimes to indoctrination from a young age into a religion or into a mindset of a family or into something of that nature, where our thoughts were not necessarily given free rein. I hope this makes sense for you, and it feels difficult, but I do feel as though you're about to break free from that, and once you do, the world's your oyster. It's about the Queen of Cups, which is a very much a loving kindness, let me choose love over the conformity and the sort of the scripture with a small s that I was led to believe I had to do in order to be happy. It's a little bit like that. It's almost like you must do this and everything will work out, but actually that's not your process. And I hope that this makes sense. I'd love to know I'd love to hear your thoughts, Amanda, as I'm talking, because it's made me feel as though things are just like, it's a bit much, really. I feel like I just need to break free of that. And I can, because I want to make a wish for you. I want you to make a wish now. If you've got any incense, this is incense, light it, blow it out, make a wish. And I feel like things will change for you when you realize that you're allowed to think for yourself more freely. All right. So that does feel like quite a lot, Mrs. But I'm going to leave it with you. Thank you so much. Hi, Jan. Hi, Ryan Trundle. Oh, Julie, thank you. Julie, I'll work with you. Julie Rampton, bless your heart, on Facebook. Thank you. Sip of water. Got the biggest water cup in the world. I think it's like 40 ounces or something. Thank you. Julie. That's Ruby, isn't it? Julie. I made up a song for you about another name. Julie. Our Julie. Julie's. Oh, hold on. Right then. Mrs. Julie. Mrs. Rampton, I have got for you the Six of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. They're so cute. Can't bear the cuteness. And the fuel. So for you, mate, this is about, let me do something for myself, which is new. That's the short of it. Now let me give you the long of it. This is about, I feel like you've been really good at looking after people. And I see you in the picture as a sort of, as a person looking after a smaller person, which is a lovely thing to do. But some of the time you need to think about what would I like to do that is really about what I like. And I feel quite creative with you, actually. I do feel as though you could take yourself down a road of creativity that would be so gratifying, you wouldn't believe it. Because when I see the Page of Wands, it's like, oh, I've got an idea. I feel like I want to do something for myself now. Whatever that is, it could be crawling underwater with an Eskimo, or it just doesn't matter what it is. Making sausages in your nightdress. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is you would love to do, that's where it's at, because it's time for you. This is I feel like this is my moment. And this is about just indulging that, going for it, deciding, you know what, I'm going to do that. I'm unencumbered. I'm going to make the choice to do something for myself that I'm going to love. And it's like, oh, there's a thought. Oh, he's 34. Well, you can do it with you if you want to go canoeing or something. It is very much about you choosing the thing that you'd like to do, and the creativity that you harbour that you haven't capitalised upon for a while or recently. Reclaim that. So it might be that you want to go out and meet some people to do something new, join a group, chatting with new people, finding out new things that would fascinate you, even if you don't know what they are yet, or just pursuing a craft that makes you happy. I love that for you. Do it now. I don't know what time it is, but do it now. It's nearly 9 o'clock here. So I'll leave that with you, girlfriend. Thank you. Right then, let's see who's here. It's so lovely meeting you and saying hi. It's my pleasure to meet you. Hi, Jazz. Hi, Lorraine. Hi, Claire. Claire, you've been here ages. I've got a funny feeling you've been here for like 3 weeks. I'm going to work with Claire Bibby. Claire Bibby. I like that name. I'm going to become her. I am now Claire Bibby. Right then, Claire. So I'm going to pull you. I assume you want a card. Sometimes I think you just want, people might just want to say hi. They don't want a card at all. Claire. Oh, Page of Pentacles. This is cute. And the Empress and the Three of Wands. I will show you them. All right, so it's not easy to see because I keep going the wrong way, but there we are. So for you, the Empress is very much a nurturer, a caregiver, a person who breathes life and love and joy into the soul of others, often like what you might call a mother figure, a maternal figure. Years, but it's very much about you moving on the ideas that you've had. All right, I feel as though you've got some good ideas. I don't know if you work outside of the home, you know that you have a job, but it's very much about your ideas can bring you in some sustenance, if you will, nourishment, not just of the bank account, but also of the soul. And it's almost like that's where I am for you. The sustenance that you can bring to yourself takes you away from a situation that you need to put in the past, because the card underneath this is the Ten of Swords, and that's very much a card of letting go of what's gone, not clinging on to anything that is we know it to be over, not trying to resurrect anything. So this is very much about moving forward, knowing the future is in your own hands, and the way that you finesse those things that you enjoy, that you love, you're ready to move on it. It's almost like you've had some good ideas, you've put them out into the world, they're coming back manifold now. You're in a position now to capitalize upon the things that you've nurtured for yourself and to move on. So I'm going to leave that with you, Mrs. Girlfriend, Mrs. Woman, Claire. Hope that made sense, girlfriend. She's cute. She likes pomegranates. Who doesn't like pomegranates? But who doesn't like opening them? It's delicious. But we don't like opening them. Hello, Claudette. Oh, thanks, Claire. Claire with an I. Hi, Julie Orkney. How you doing? How you doing, girlfriend? Go on then, Jan Jeffrey. I'm with you, matey. Jan Jeffrey, I've got this. I'm shuffling like I know what I'm doing, but I was going to use this deck anyway because I love it so much. So, Janny Jeffrey, I like the alliterative name. Jan Jeffrey, Jan. King of Pentacles. I will show you after I poured you some. You get 3. Everybody gets 3 and possibly 4. Right then, I've got the Magician and the 8 of Cups. So this speaks to me of you. You have the wherewithal, you have the resources, you have the knowledge and the good sense to move away from a situation that is not working for you. Now, it could be that it felt like it was going to be a really good situation for you. It could be, let me show you. It could be that you thought, this is me, this is the rest of my life, this is what I want. But actually, it's turned out that you know better now. And that's okay, because we don't have to sign on for something forever and ever and ever. We have to sort of know when to cut our losses, even though we think, oh, it means I've got to start again. But actually, it's an opportunity to work hard and create the world that you would like to live in for yourself. And I feel like you can do that, because I've got the King of Pentacles, and there's always a lot of material gain with that card, and you will know how to do that. You will know how to make the life the way you would like it, slowly. And I'm not saying that you have to walk away from something, but I feel as though there is something that you would start to think about, knowing that that's what you need to do, even when you've sort of weighed up your options. And sometimes when we do that, it's like 50-50, but it needs to be only 49-51 for you to know that the 51, that's enough now. I'm going to step away from that situation. And that's when it's hard, because sometimes when it's 95% obvious, we can do it, but for you it's not that. So I'm going to leave that with you. I hope that made some sort of sense for you. It might have sounded a bit like, what? But I feel like you're going to understand it as time goes by. I'm going to leave that with you, matey. It's 9 o'clock, so I'm going to say ta-ta. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I'm Lisa Edelman, and I've very much enjoyed working with you, as many as I could in the time. I hope to see you again. Yeah, my name is Lisa Edelman, Edelman, and that's my Facebook is Lisa Edelman with my face on it. Probably looking a bit better than this, because he always chooses the good ones. Lisa Edelman 1.1, I think it is. But you'll find me. If you want to follow me, that would be lovely. Kisses.